So today, Brandon, what are we working on? What do we have here?
We got a Chevy Mailbu 2016 LT with the 1.5 liter motor. It's got a dead battery. It's the AGM type battery. We're just going to show you guys how to uninstall it and reinstall a new battery. And pretty straightforward.
All right, let's see what you got.
This piece of plastic.
So those are just little caps to cover it, and you just pop those off.
It's like this one's not really installed correctly. Something's...
So then underneath that, you've got a fuse box. Is that what that is? So that's got to come off as well?
Yeah, I think it's breakers. It's some type of distribution channel.
Gotcha.
Yeah, loosen your ground. Loosen the positive terminal. They always say disconnect your ground first. That way when you're working with a positive terminal, you don't accidentally arc it on something.
It's a good idea.
This clips down here.
So you got another plastic clip back there to pop to get the cover.
This piece. Let's see if we can. Freeze up a little bit more space. Okay. It's off.
So I noticed there was another wire back there. What does that connect to? What is that part for?
This? That's what you're talking about? Or?
Yeah, there's a wire that was connected here that went to this box. What do those do?
This one, I'm not certain. It might be like a, I don't know if it's like a temperature. Somebody else might know that, but I don't know specifically what this is. It's like some type of, it might monitor the temperature of the terminal or something. This is one of those start-stop cars that shuts the motor off for gas savings in traffic, but I'm sure it has something to do with that.
Gotcha.
I'm going to this app and I like to take those out so they don't fall out and you lose them, but this one's actually pretty good, so let's do one. By the way, the first screws that I took off, those are the bolts holding the top retainer plate. Those were 10 millimeter. This one right here is a 13 millimeter. It's like a little clamp that goes on the side of the battery. That's actually what holds the battery in. Looks like it's got the original Delco battery. But now it'd be 5 years old. This is a 2016, which it is.
So it's done its time.
Yeah. Typical. I mean, you get 5 years. That's pretty good, actually.
Yeah. Well, the new battery has a 3-year warranty, so that's about right.
Yeah, 3-year replacement. I think they give you like a performance, like a prorated It'll discount your next battery if it goes beyond that, but it fails. Got new batteries, state battery, AGM.
So this is the new one that's going in, and this one will have a 3-year warranty on it as well.
So
Alright.
what I like to do is get the debris that was underneath the battery out. That way you're not putting a new battery on top of sand, and you know there could be old battery acid. I don't have to press air with me or I'd blow it out of there, but at least you could just wipe out the sand, dirt, debris, whatever there is. There's leaves, get what you can. Anytime you see leaves like this, it could cause a fire. Something else that catches fire under the hood if something were to break out. Almost need a shop vac. I have one with me.
We've got them all over the car. Once this thing runs, we'll move it and get it cleaned up.
Alright, that's satisfactory. Just get the fall out the bottom of the car at least. Sandy Florida.
Can't get away from it.
So, put your new battery in. Make sure your terminals are all facing the right direction. Safety cap off. Clamp back on. Verify that's doing what it's supposed to. It is. Your cover, first cover back on. Oh, I'll show you that release. It's helpful. You can't see it, but this release right here is that last thing that you need to push out of the way.
Here, show that one more time. Let's see.
You would push this out of the way with the end of the screwdriver,
And then it would pop out.
clips. And it clips on the side of the battery. That's what it's actually doing.
Gotcha.
But that's if you can't pull this up, it's because you're fighting that little tab.
Okay.
Clean everything. Put it back together dirty, and it doesn't look like it did anything. Especially with these hidden batteries.
Gotta make it pretty.
Besides that, dirt, dust actually can become a conductor. It'll drain batteries if you let it sit on top of a battery.
That is a Brandon fact.
Random fact of the day. It might be a real fact. But wow.
Yeah, she's good as new.
Always check your terminals. Make sure they're not corroded. This would be a good time if they were corroded. You can run a brush across them. They look pretty good. That little tab just clicked. tighten it up. I like to tighten stuff like this by hand when I can, because it uses impact gun and you don't get the feel. I don't
And you end up stripping it out.
just tighten it. That's snug. Check the cap off. Here, determine what's good. When you're doing your positive terminal, always be mindful where your ratchet ends up. You touch that. If you have this connected, ground connected, and you touch that ECU, you could very well fry the ECU by shorting it out. Alright, so both terminals are on, they're tight. Double check. Yeah. It's good. I'm going to put this on the correct way. Put your cover on there. ECU. We'll do that once. So it goes over the metal. That little
Yeah, there's
there. Go in the little holes,
let's see.
little slots.
Kind of show them where those slots are, where they're going to fit in.
So you got little slots.
Gotcha. Yeah, you can see it there. So they just fit right in.
And hook in and then hinge. And you push down. Now you're part of this.
Now you're clamped in.
Sand off of it. Oh. Nut goes on the upright strut. And I'm going to do these by hand, do these bolts first. Get tightened until seated. Back one, it floats, so don't over tighten it. I'm just going to tighten it to the feel, putting some pressure on the battery here. So yeah, if you over tighten that, and it's going to start bending this bracket, it'll probably break this plastic. So last thing, plastic ECU cover and the bolt. And good. just plastic, so don't take that. Okay, test the car.
All right.
Should start.
Do it again.
It's possible that needs a learn.
Just kind of reprogram.
Yeah, a lot of cars when you replace the batteries, they run up because they learn on a upward scale. In other words, they don't know enough about the environment that they're in, so they run on a pre-programmed set of rules, and it doesn't always work for every environment. So it has to learn like what the temperature is, and the barometric pressure, and how much fuel to put in. And cats need to heat up. Two sensors need to be to operating temperature.
So basically just let it run for a few minutes,
Let
go
it
through
run.
its cycle, and it
Drive
should.
it easy, and you just keep driving a little more aggressive, and then it should learn. Even older Chevys were that way. They learn. They just run like crap. They won't idle. You give them the information they need.
Gotcha. So ultimately, this car should be good. Really shouldn't be any issues.
Really drive it on the road.
Okay. Well, we can take it around the block for a moment and just kind of test and make sure everything is good.
Drive it easy, and then progressively get a little more throttle. You know, you're not feeding on the car. You're just feeding it information. It's as if it doesn't know what the throttle pedal is even doing.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and drop the hood and we'll take it around and test this out.
All right, battery's all installed. This particular case, this car is sat for too long. The key fob is dead, so we get no response when door locks. And the car won't recognize that the key fob's in it. So there's a special instance. In this instance, you have to put the key in a little slot that's in your center console. There is there is a slot right there. You drop the key into that slot. The car will recognize now that you have. I just turned the ignition on. And now it's recognized that there is a key fob present. Start the car. Starts up good. It's like a new battery should. So the next step is just replace that battery in the key fob, and we'll be back to normal.
It looks like it was a success.
Yeah, don't replace the battery and rev the engine right after. Get angry.
Give it a minute. So now that we got that done, to let everybody know where they can contact you at if they need any assistance with any of their mechanical needs.
Just good now. Yeah. You need something worked on? As simple as a battery, or looking at engine rebuilds, even transmission jobs. I'm in Norfolk Myers.
Yeah, give it to.
Yeah, you can call 239-634-3161. My name is Brandon, and we'll just see what you got, what we can work on. If I can't work on it, I'll let you know. I don't work on things that I have nothing to do with and pretend I do, but I do know a lot, so there's really nothing that's out of the realm of what I can actually work on. So yeah, it's gonna be cool.
All right. Thanks, Brandon.
You're welcome.